In international news, the investigation is just beginning after a massive explosion in Beirut, Lebanon. A look at the blast site now that the fire has been extinguished. 135 people were killed, 5,000 others hurt in the blast. About 2,700 tons of ammonium nitrate ignited inside of a warehouse near the port. It had been there for about 6 years. Investigators don't know why. The government in Lebanon has ordered police to put port officials under house arrest while they look into if negligence is to blame for the blast. Now, this is not the first time we've seen something disastrous like this happen when ammonium nitrate isn't stored properly. Here's Bob Buckalew with the backstory.
The dock at Texas City, Texas. Prosperous times on Galveston Bay in 1947. Nearby, a growing town of 16,000 where many of the men worked at chemical and petroleum plants that had sprouted up during World War II. A routine arrival of the French freighter Grand Camp in mid-April 1947 to take on a heavy load of ammonium nitrate fertilizer. But as longshoremen loaded the ship, someone smelled smoke. A small fire had broken out deep inside the Grand Camp. The captain ordered that steam be used to smother the fire, which created a brightly colored smoke that drew people to the dock to watch. Then the unimaginable. A blast so powerful that it was heard 250 miles away in Louisiana. Flaming debris ignited oil storage tanks and the chemical plant nearby. So many people died that day, most of them bystanders who had come to watch the fire. No one knows how many. It's estimated to have been 500 to 600 people, but no identifiable traces were ever found of the 100 or so people closest to the blast. In Texas City today, memorials to a time that lingers in memory. The anchor of the Grand Camp serves as a reminder of those terrible days. But 66 years later, another town in Texas suffers from the devastating power of explosive ammonium nitrate. 15 people died and hundreds were hurt when a fire inside the West Texas fertilizer plant near Waco ignited the chemical. Authorities determined that someone had deliberately started that fire at the plant, though no one has been arrested. Two cities in Texas that share a common bond from the tragic and devastating power of a chemical explosion, a bond they now share with the people of Beirut, a world away. Bob Buckalew, KVUE News.
Bob, thank you for that. Now, ammonium nitrate has been used for nefarious purposes as well. It's what Timothy McVeigh used in the 1995 Oklahoma City bombing. Police say he mixed about 48,000 pounds of ammonium nitrate fertilizer with fuel in that blast that killed 168 people.